in all of this mess. Because imagine a woman like Clara raising a child from an infant and having done it so well to adolescence, and then one horrible incident happens, which of course is no fault of hers, and then her so-called loving husband, Jonathan Big Joe, is now reminding her that she is not the biological mother of that daughter that she calls her own. Oh, some men are so wicked. Never ever trust a man, because he will let you down when you least expect. Rely only on God. Only God will heal Benny and also Clara. As for the two evil people, Emeka and Debbie, remember that nothing is ever hidden under the sun for too long. Clara, you don't think sometimes. You just assume the worst. But this time around, Hank's mother, she had to slap you, to slap some sense into your head. You know already Hank's character, but you chose to believe lies instead of thinking, and Debbie was giving you a clue, but you didn't get it. I mean, come on, Clara. Why would Hanks mess around with your daughter? And you and him are yet to do anything romantically, despite all he has done for you and your family? Abba, Clara. I mean, think about it. Hanks has been a good friend, but then you come and disappoint us with your judgmental acts over and over again, Clara. Do you know that when you have friends like Emeka and Debbie, do you know that you don't need any enemies? As for Jonathan, your husband, Big Joe, he is the most damnest and most ungrateful, selfish and envious person we have ever watched in any of Mr. Aloy's movies. Because this drama series, Most Scary Marriage Ever by Mr. Aloy, oh, it has shown us that the worst thing to have is a jealous friend. And so, Clara, I feel pain for you. I feel pain for you, for your husband to tell you before your enemies that your daughter that you have brought up as your daughter, Benny, that she is not your biological daughter. I cry for you, Clara. After Benny explains everything concerning her and Hanks, Clara, can you go to the courthouse and get a court injunction against Jonathan? Call your landlord. Let him know about the injunction. Go back home. Pick up the remaining of your materials. Pick up all of Jonathan's belongings. Wait until he arrives home. Call your landlord over. Call the police. Give the officers the court order and watch these police officers order your husband, Big Joe, Abina, your ex-husband, out of the home which you paid the rental fee for. And when the police give him a verbal warning not to return, you'll tell him that if Big Joe chooses to return, he'll be arrested. Yes, that is what you're supposed to do, Clara. Because Debbie and Emeka, they could have killed Benny by having so much drugs administered into her system by this injection they gave them. The hotel would have to have pulled that video out to see whose name the hotel room was booked in on that date. Although I trust Emeka and Debbie that they'll not use their real names. What time was the hotel room booked? Which credit card number was the card paid for? The room paid for? And who was in and out of that room from the time that room was booked for and paid for up until the time Hanks and Benny were found together in that bed? I'm sure that if the investigators do this investigation very well, they will find out that it was either Emeka or Debbie that did it. And if it doesn't, if there were people that were hired to knock out, drug, and sent Hanks and Benny up, those people will have been seen on the video. If they're caught, then they're going to, tell on Emeka and Debbie. And if Debbie goes down, Emeka will go down. If Emeka goes down, Debbie will go down because each of them will not go down by themselves. You guys, hey, my Flicks to Click fans, God will not allow us to meet bad friends that pretend to be like good friends when in fact they are actually the devil's incarnate. Yes, now. Benny, regardless of her biology, should be with Clara because in essence, Clara has brought her up. Clara doesn't even need to be with her own mother because her own mother has proven not to be a befitting mother. As for Jonathan, he's a very wicked man. Imagine disgracing Clara in front of Emeka and Debbie by spilling the beans. A woman who helped you nurture your child. Don't worry, Jonathan, Big Joe. Your own punishment is coming very soon. And in fact, a single mother is better than her husband, calls Jonathan. Because Mr. Aloy keeps on confusing us even more. Mr. Aloy, for this most scary marriage ever, who is the mother to Benny? My Flicks to Click fans, this emotional abuse, it is real. Imagine a husband saying all of these things to his wife, and then he expects her to be acting normally to him. If Clara can be very good to raise up Benny as if she were her own biological daughter, that means that Clara can even do much better if she had her own child. Because Clara is a good mother, but her emotional weakness is so low that she has not seen the ill traits of her friend Debbie. That one is just so surprising. Clara should have been very, very sensible to know that the devil is closer to her than her husband. Hey, in all honesty, Jonathan, Seth, he has a bad friend. He too chooses to listen to the bad friend's advice. He too chooses that his bad friend will raise his ego and pride instead of listening to his married friend that will offer him good advice. Clara, you really needed to walk out of this marriage. Seriously, Jonathan, he doesn't love you. Jonathan, Big Joe, is like a fowl. He rubs his mouth on the ground after eating, just like a fowl. And my Flicks to Click fans, after everything turns out all right, at the end of this most scary marriage ever, this drama series by Mr. Aloy, and Benny clears up everything and explains that the hug shared between her and Hanks was one of innocence, Clara, just go home respectfully. Don't look back. Tell your mama that you love her very much. Tell her that you forgive her. But tell your mama, Clara, that your mama has to leave your house. Because your mama, Mommy Clara, you have added to the stress and chaos that nobody has ever seen in that house before. Siding and conspiring with others to ruin her daughter. And by going behind her back to speak ill of her, to her own husband, her own son-in-law, who chooses to treat his wife as a bad woman. Benny, you took the bait. Although Clara should have told Benny the truth. I can't understand why these two people, Big Joe and Clara, did not tell Benny the truth about her not being there, about Clara not being her biological mother. Because Clara, you never want Benny to think bad of you or look at you as a bad person or look at your dad as a bad person. Maybe because Big Joe was cheating on you, Clara, by having another affair with another woman and having a child with that mistress. After that, bringing the baby home to his wife for his wife to take care of. Maybe that is why Clara and Big Joe didn't tell Benny the truth about her roots. And imagine that Clara, has she ever questioned Big Joe about it? We will know very soon. But Clara is an angel because she just embraced this little baby girl, raised her and loved her as her own. My Flicks to Click fans. I just hope that Benny will see the sacrifice made by Clara and instantly forgiving her for not telling her that she was not her biological mother. It would really be something if Benny needed a blood transfusion. But the blood she needed is a rare type that could only come from the father. And Jonathan willingly gives blood. And guess what? Imagine it being discovered that not only does Jonathan not have the rare blood type needed for Benny to survive, but Jonathan is not the father. Hey, bam! That one, na serious matter. Eh? So, imagine that Hanks will now step forward and urgently give the blood. The doctors will now find out that the rare blood type needed for Benny to survive, is actually Hank's own, and that Hanks is a match, and that Hanks is actually the biological father of Benny. Hey, that would be awesome, my Flicks to Click fans. The one child everybody is trying to use to tear everybody apart would probably be the one child that will bring people together. Imagine that would be something really, really fantastic. Hank's mother would be such a wonderful source of positive influence in Benny's life. Hank's mother would be an amazing grandmother to Benny, a much better mother than Clara's messy mother. As for this, Jonathan, he needs to be cut off completely, altogether. As for Clara, she needs to be supported. Maybe if Hanks had wisdom, he would understand the stress that Jonathan has put upon Clara, and he would treat Clara very, very well and allow Clara to walk in his company. At last, this mistreatment of wife and child by this egotistical, prideful, and jealous husband of Big Joe, it would stop finally. It will not get in the way of Clara and Benny's happiness. Since Big Joe, Jonathan, you refused outrightly to do right by your family, and you are even encouraging your own friend Emeka to physically assault your own wife. In fact, that your relationship between Clara and yourself, it can never be mended. It can never be mended. May God reveal those individuals around us who we look up to as friends, but who are worse than enemies. My Flicks to Click fans, watch who you consider to be your friend. They can be your worst enemy. Do you know all the signs and symptoms of an abusive partner? If you don't know it, I'm going to put it in the comment section just below this video. It is a free download, and it will enable you to find out, to know instantly whether your friend, your neighbor, your partner, anybody is an abusive partner. It will help you to help humanity. If you enjoyed this, my practical review of Mr. Aloy drama series, Most Scary Marriage Ever, I beg, give me a like, and I'll see you again very soon. I love you all. Bye. Click the download.